Tour de France. It's glary outside. Let me put my sunnies on. Oh, Tour de France stage. What stage was that? It was the time trial, stage 19. No, stage 20. Fuck, man, I'm tired as. It's been a long tour. Got my little new pillowcase on. You like that? Chris Froome won, and I told you he would. I told you Chris Froome was going to win. His face was the freshest, and you can tell a lot by someone's face, you know, especially when they're on the bike. In the morning, it doesn't mean much because, you know, you got different potassium, sodium levels, different hormone levels, etc. But how someone is on a bike when they're doing the interviews, when they're on the finish line, that's everything. The face is all. The face exposes all. In times of hardship, it shows you where someone's at, if they're totally cooked or what. But I would say that Chris Froome won it, just like I said. Just like I said, I was totally 100% right again, and I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong when it comes to bike stuff, weight loss, vegan tips, all that stuff, man. Who's going to win the Tour de France? Because that's just something I've got experience in. I'm 40 in a couple of weeks, man. Big 4-0. So I've been around the block, been around the earth a few times, been around the sun, I should say, and been around the earth on my bike, cruising around. But he just had a better setup, man, in terms of mentally. Chris Froome's got the mental edge, you know. He's got the experience, he's got the confidence. I mean, sometimes he's got the strongest team out there, but they're also on the best, you know, the best stuff in terms of, like, they've got the best, what they got the best of? Just that, you know, they know what to do, man. They got the template. They got the template, man. You know, they got the template. Like, so it's just all about having that template and running that. But Chris Froome's got that mental edge because he's got the experience, man. And to get experience, you have to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, then how are you going to get experience? You get it by listening to other people, but most people's egos are too self-absorbed that they have to make the mistake themselves. So I'd say Chris Froome is a person who he's open to learning from mistakes from other people, you know, because he's like me in that he's got experience with snakes and spiders and stuff, and with those things, you can look at other people and go, oh, so that person got bitten by the cobra because he did that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. If you get bitten by a king cobra, mate, you're fucking dead. So you got to drop your ego. Well, I've got to learn this myself, but you can just go, okay, I don't hold the king cobra there because it's going to fucking bite my nutsack off. So that's in cycling. So many people are like, oh no, I'm going to do it this, and then they don't listen to their coach. So when Brailsford says to Froome, do something, Froome's complicit, mate. He's complicit. He's submissive, and he gets it done. Because Brailsford's got the technology, he's got everything, he's got the resources. So Brailsford's like Johan Brunel, in that he's just like the mastermind, and you got to have a mastermind. So Brunel's behind all this in terms of, like, Brunel set the template for Lance. And I bet you, man, I bet you Brailsford studied Brunel. I bet he went out for dinner with him and hang out and just learned some tips and hints. Because Brunel's got that experience, man. And Johan Brunel, banned from cycling, I think, but that's terrible because he's got that experience. But I'm sure he'd be working behind the scenes as an advisor because it's a valuable asset to pro cycling. Pro cycling, it's just entertainment, you know, like, why try and clean it up? Like, we are not cleaning up soccer, we're not cleaning up wrestling or UFC. Like, why are we trying to do that in cycling? Like, it's pro sport, man. We want to see people smashing it. You know, we want to see crazy shit. We all love watching Lance fucking rip it up. All these people out there giving Lance shit. It's like, what? Come on, man. You fucking, you love cheering that shit on, man. Everyone loves a winner. And if you're doing it full natty bras, like, people don't want to see that, unfortunately. So I'm all about full natty bra sport, but I understand at the professional level, it's like, man, you win UCI points, all of a sudden you're worth a lot more. People want to speak to you more. Podium girls want to deep throat you more. So it's just part of the deal. It ain't going away. But Chris Froome won the Tour. I said he would on day one. I said he would back in May. You know, I could just see how he was going, man. I saw it in the Dauphiné. You know, he's just. And people say, oh, he wasn't as good as he was previously. Mate, he won the fucking Tour, mate. He won the Tour. I mean, third place was separated by a second. Mikel Landa missed out on a menage a trois of the podium girls that night in Champs-Élysées, or tomorrow night in Champs-Élysées, by a second, bro. 1 second. You know, like 78 hours or 80 hours or whatever. 1 second. 1 second. You know? That's like, what is 1 second over 3 weeks, man? It's 1 second. And that's how fucking close the racing is. That's how cutthroat it is. So unless you're willing to do whatever it takes on the downhills, behind the scenes, everything, then you're going to miss out on those vital seconds, man. And that's just the world we live in. So I'd say that there's definitely some new technologies going around right now that a lot of people got access to. I would say that there's not as many secrets as there was the last few years. I'd say other teams have got the same resources to use. That would be my suggestion, those of you know what I'm talking about. And I would say that it was really good racing this year to watch as a spectator myself, to see that level of like closeness. And imagine if Richie Porte didn't crash, or Guessing or some other GC contenders didn't crash out. You know, that was unfortunate. No one wants to win a race when some of the favourites have crashed out. But it would have been good if Nibali was there as well. You know, so let's get Lance Armstrong back in the Tour. Could Lance Armstrong get back in shape? You know, let's give him a couple of TUEs, and you know, I reckon Lance could do it again. He'd have to lose a bit of weight. He's quite muscular, quite swole. But I reckon, so let's get Lance for the Tour next year. Let's get Lance up there. Well, let's get Lance working as one of the team directors, man. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome. Why? I don't know. This is a funny world, isn't it? You tell people too much honesty, you better make them fucking laugh, because they're going to want to kill you. But Chris Froome won the Tour. That's the highlights for the stage. I told you he was going to win. I'm always right about that stuff. I want some euros and some bets, and viva la Tour.
Forfeit the game, stop the talk show. Product of what you're taught to know. Forfeit the game, cause tomorrow, when it's all done, you reap what you sow.